So God is leading me to explain something. So I know that on my YouTube handle I say Diana Fuentes, and that Fuentes is my maiden name. When I got married, I took my ex-husband's name, and I remember wondering why I was having this notion. And after we got married, the first thing I said as soon as we signed the marriage certificate to my ex-husband was, when we get divorced, I'm keeping your last name. And he goes, what? I'm like, when we get divorced, I'm keeping your last name. And he's like, why would you say that? I don't know. Fast forward 23 years later, we got a divorce. And when he handed me the papers, first off, he told me we were getting a divorce in 2016, just before my birthday. And he waited an entire year to file the documents at the court. I don't know why. God has revealed to me that he was seeing the woman that he got married to during that year, and he wasn't sure if it was going to work out, so he didn't want to divorce me if he didn't have her locked down. And wow. So we got divorced. Well, he filed for divorce March 12th. And that is the day that Father accepted the divorce. And I remember telling him, I'm keeping the last name. And he said, okay, that's fine. So I have a different last name for my Cash App and my anything to do with my banking, because it has to go with my legal last name. But for Facebook or any social media, my last name is Fuentes. And the reason that is because God, when God moved me back to California, he allowed me to take back my maiden name. Because at that point that I got divorced, I had been married longer than I had been single. And when I got married, I was 19 years old. And I didn't know that it would take 23 years of my life before God would remove me from him. I already knew that it wasn't going to last because God told me it. But that doesn't mean that I didn't put in effort to try and make the marriage last. You know, I did everything that I could think of to make him happy. And it was in 2005 when he was given a position in another team, making more money, where he met this woman who closer aligned with the things he wanted in a wife. And that's the year he made the decision that I was no longer what he wanted. But I still honored him, and I still was faithful to him, even though he didn't think I was. He actually had all 3 of my children tested for DNA to confirm they were his children. Well, in his mind, to confirm they weren't his children. And in fact, they were. He didn't tell me about it. He did it behind my back. And that was the kind of life I had, where to my face they would lie to me, but behind my back they were doing all kinds of